Hi, my name is Bob Wagan and I own this 1964 Mercury Comet Convertible. It's pretty much all original. It's still got the original paint on it, which is called Yellow Mist. The interior is all original except the bottom of the front seat, which I had to have redone only because of the fact that the threads had pulled apart on the material itself. Found this car, had been in storage for 15 years, and I was actually going to a car show in the Clearwater area. At that time, this car only had 14,000 miles on it, and it now only has 52,401 miles on it. It came with an original 260 motor, and then I was driving it from Chicago to Denver, and on the way back from Denver, it started to smoke. So I started to rebuild it, and I found parts were hard to get for a 260. So I found out that in 1964, the last half of 64, they put 289s in them. And that's why it now has a 289 in it. But it still has the original generator on it. And the only thing that I've actually changed on it is I add the overflow box for the water, and I changed the air conditioning compressor to a rotary because it only takes about 8 or 9% of your horsepower, whereas the old Tecumseh pump would take like 22% of your horse. But you'll also notice that this body line's on here. If you look here, you see that this is one continuous body line here. Now if you look at the other side, on this side, you will see that this is off here. Because when they made these cars, the body used to come down the center, and right and left was right and left. And by the time they found this, they weren't about to go back and change all those doors. I just originally got these tires. I just changed the tires on this car. It took me over a month to find the tires for this car because of the fact you can't get white walls. And I actually found these, they're not the correct white wall size, but at least they were white walls. Now this is a real tray, and the only way you can tell if it's a real tray, it'll have this little knob on here. And this is where they used to pull this knob like this, and that's what evened this tray out on the side of this car. Now everybody asks me, why do I have this tray here? Because you see this little nick here, is I had some customer, or one of the people who were looking at it one day, and he had a big Western belt buckle on it, and he put a scratch in it. And I went crazy. And so I said, that's never going to happen again. I don't want anybody leaning in a car anymore. So that's why I put this tray here now. Now this car comes with every option except one. It does not have backup lights. It wasn't mandatory till 1965. And you will see that this lens would be white. And now this is one solid lens here. You can't change this. So hopefully nobody ever hits me, because to get one of these lenses is like 300 bucks. Oh, this one I'm going to keep. I had 7 cars, and I like this car. I've always liked this car, and I find it very easy to work with. It's easy to fix if I need to. So I'll keep this car for quite a while.